Hey guys, Garrett DMG here, back with a video. Man, whatever you guys do, don't go on Threads. It's such a dangerous place, even to try to date. It's crazy, man. Like, there's like a big male and female war going on. And I tried talking to some girl, tried to understand, try to get her perspective. But then what does she do? She slaps me right in the face with a bunch of insults. I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me, how nobody's connecting anymore to each other. But it doesn't surprise me. It's just wow. It's just crazy how nobody really connects anymore, really. And I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. I tried to listen to why she hates men. Why she has such a bad experience with men. It's ridiculous, you guys. Man, you really can't do anything anymore. You can't meet anybody, you can't talk to anybody, you can't get close to anybody. It's it's a danger zone out there. I don't know. And stay off of Threads. Stay off of that app, man. It's toxic. It's toxic. It's toxic on that app, man. It's so toxic. Not just the women though, the men are too on there. I've gotten into some flat earth debates with some idiots on there. But it's everybody on there, man. They're all just very hateful people. And I get it. I get it. That's why I'm laughing. I totally get it. That society is just totally damaged. There's nobody meeting each other anymore. It's terrible. I get it. I just find it funny because it's just wow. How it's crazy to me just how far society has fallen. You know what I mean? I don't know, you guys. I've looked a lot at my life and I've tried to make a lot of changes. So I guess that's what I take out of the world nowadays. It's what can I do to make myself, more cleaned up, you know what I mean, a little bit better. You know what I mean? I have a lot of anger issues. I got a lot of depression. I got just so many issues under the sun. And it's the only thing that I can think about doing right now is just getting closer to the Christ. And just trying to I don't know, just pick up where I'm leaving off, I guess. I don't know. But it's just wow, man. Stay off the dating apps. Stay off the Threads apps. Stay off everything. At this point, stay off the internet. It can be very toxic on the internet. And I've heard a lot of people say this, but it's just you go on the internet to find decent information and stuff like that. You know what I mean? To stay updated on what's going on, and it's positive, but it's just the people that you meet on there, man. They can be a handful, to say the least. They can be they can be fucking nuts on there, man. Especially their answers to what you answer to on certain posts. It's just crazy. And the amount of bullying on there, the amount of disrespect, it's crazy. But I don't know, man. You do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You do what you gotta do. But it's there's this one woman on there that was sitting there saying that a bunch of men were disrespectful. That I tried to talk to her. Yeah, she can make time to insult you, but she won't make time to explain to you why she doesn't like men. I don't know, man. This society is just insane to me, man. Just the way it works. This whole idea of men are bad or women are bad. It's ridiculous to me. I mean, from specific standpoints and perspectives, yeah, it could seem like the opposite sex is bad, but the whole idea is that the government is setting it up to be like this. You know what I mean? They don't want you dating anymore. They don't want you to have kids anymore. They don't want you to create community because they're trying to get rid of community. You know what I mean? To make way for God knows what. You know what I mean? And it's all a setup. down to your marriage, down to your divorce, down to your everything. You know what I mean? And it just seems like the more that we strive away towards the traditional stuff, the more that we start to forget who we are. You know what I mean? And I think that's why a lot of people are coming back to the Christ, coming back to the Lord, because the world has just fallen away, as it were. You know, the great falling away. I don't look at that as necessarily a falling away of the church. I mean, even though a lot of people do, but I see the great falling away as like society falling away, traditions falling away, you know, norms falling away. You know what I mean? And it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to keep updated on. You know what I mean? Back then, people used to just talk in person. You know what I mean? But now, everything's done on the internet now, and just everything is just, I don't know, a lot more disconnected. Which is ironic because we made this stuff to be more connected, if anything. But yeah, guys, it's just like you try and make it work. You try to talk to somebody, and it goes nowhere. You know what I mean? Especially when you're trying to date in today's day and age. You know, in your 20s, your 30s. It's not easy. But I don't know, like, you try to make it work, you know what I mean? You try to. But at the same time, it's like society today is like really isolated. So it's like that plays a big part in it too. And like I said, it all comes back to the government, really. You know what I mean? If you keep society distant from each other long enough, you're just gonna change the perspective overall. You know, the genuine human experience isn't gonna be the same as it was, you know, years ago, decades ago. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I try to open my mind a little bit sometimes, and I think like, man, I can talk to somebody or I can get to know somebody, and it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? You can sit there, you can try, and you can do all this stuff in society, but at the end of the day, society is gonna be what it's gonna be. It's like a statue. You know what I mean? Once the cement hardens up, you can't really mold it to anything. You know what I mean? And that kind of connects to what God was saying too, like harden not your heart. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they harden their hearts today, and they're just done. I get it. I guess I can understand, but at the same time, like even today, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? I try to be like a real motherfucker. Overall. You know, through and through. But it's just like, man, we've fallen so far from what humanity used to be. You know what I mean? We fell so far away from like just a lot of traditional stuff that benefited humanity's paradigm to do anything, to create, to love, to relate to one another, to connect. It's all slowly disappearing. And it's so like, it's world crushing, really. It's world crushing. Because here you thought that we lived in such a world where just everything was set in stone. You know what I mean? And everything was just immovable. And that everything was just this rigid structure. It was stability. But now it just seems like everything's just falling down. And it's just like completely dissipating altogether. One by one. And piece by piece. It's crazy. But in the end of the day, you know what I mean, the best that you can do is for yourself at that point, you know what I mean? The best thing you can do is what you can do for you. But unfortunately, that's led to a very narcissistic society, I think, overall, and it's kind of screwed up. You know what I mean? But it's whatever. I don't even, honestly, man, like, I don't even take it personal because, like, there's so much more to life now. You know what I mean? There's so much more to life than connecting to other people. Even though that's a good part of life, you know what I mean? It's good to have, but for the most part, you want to make sure that you're navigating your own spirit, your own soul, and you're doing what you can to make life as fruitful as possible for yourself, I guess, as it were. I don't know, guys. Like, it just seems like today, like a lot of people are very shifted away towards just being themselves with other people. It's kind of screwed up, but I don't know. I didn't really know where I was taking this video, really, but I just wanted to get on here and kind of just mention how just all these apps, these dating apps, these social media websites and everything like that's just really created a divide between humanity, really, if you think about it overall. Because if you think about it, nobody's happy today. Nobody's really happy. You know what I mean? And that's just like a big factor that we got to start changing the world somehow, some way. Because like that's the overall idea. Isn't that the point of all this? You know, the taxes, the bills, the everything is to have a stable, enjoyable life of some sort. And if you can't do that, then what are you doing? You know what I mean? If you don't have any sort of common sense in life, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Life's not all about having fun if you're not having common sense along with it, you know? And it just seems like a lot of that common sense has been lost throughout the centuries, decades, you know? But that's the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think I'm just going nuts, or do you think that, like, you know, hey, the world is slowly changing where people are, you know, getting distant now, you know? When in reality, all this, you know, new age stuff today was supposed to bring us, you know, closer and more developed. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.